Hey everybody, it's Angie and welcome to Hot and Flashy. Today's video is on how to choose the best vitamin C serum for your anti-aging skincare routine. So I get asked this a lot by my viewers in DMs on Instagram, comments on YouTube, questions on my blog, and emails. People even send me links to products that they want me to check out. And unfortunately, 90% of the time, the link is to a product that I wouldn't recommend, that I wouldn't use myself. The problem is that there are so many different forms of vitamin C that are used in serums, and they all claim to be the best. So how do you know which one really is the best? Is it the one that's the least irritating for your skin? Is it the one that has pretty yellow or orange packaging that looks like it's very citrusy? Or is it the one with the most research and independent study behind it proving that it actually can get into your skin and work? Well, you know that I approach everything from a sciencey standpoint, so for me the answer is the one with the most independent research showing it works. So the benefits of using a vitamin C serum are many. Vitamin C is an antioxidant, and that means that it can neutralize free radicals in your skin. So free radicals are destructive molecules that basically go around in your skin destroying your collagen. Free radicals are caused by things that you're exposed to every day, like sunshine, pollution, even stress causes free radicals. So you can't avoid them, they're there all the time, but you can do something about them. It can reduce fine lines and wrinkles, it can brighten the skin tone, it can protect against sun damage, it can increase collagen production, and also reduce dark spots. So with all that going for it, there's no reason not to use a vitamin C in your skincare, but the thing is just to be able to pick the right one. So that's what we're going to do here today. You know how I love to talk ingredients, and I'm hoping to break it down so that it's understandable so that you can look at any vitamin C package and know if it's one that is going to work in your skin, okay? So let's start with the different forms of vitamin C. There's L-Ascorbic acid or ascorbic acid, that's kind of an interchangeable term. Then you have MAP, which is magnesium ascorbyl phosphate, THD, which is tetrahexyl decyl ascorbate, SAP, sodium ascorbyl phosphate, AA-PAL, ascorbyl palmitate, ascorbyl glucoside, 3,0-ethyl ascorbate, ascorbyl tetraisopalmitate. Those are the most common ones that you're going to see on labels on vitamin C serums today. But we're mainly going to concentrate on this top one today, L-ascorbic acid, and that's because the vitamin C that's in your skin is L-ascorbic acid. L-ascorbic acid is the most abundant antioxidant in human skin, but its levels reduce as we get older. So the goal with a vitamin C serum is to supplement the ascorbic acid available in our skin. Drinking orange juice or lemonade doesn't really send much of the vitamin C from your digestive tract out to your skin, so the best way is to apply it topically. All the rest of these are esters, meaning that they have taken the original L-ascorbic acid and added another molecule to it. But unfortunately what that means is that when you apply that to your skin has to undo that addition of a molecule to convert it into pure L-ascorbic acid before it can use it. No one knows how much of that is really absorbed into your skin, and then once it's in, how much of that is converted into pure L-ascorbic acid that can then be used by your skin. So the advantage to these and the reason that they're in a lot of the formulations is that they're stable, so that you can put them in a formula, you can put it on the shelf at CVS, it can sit there for between 6 months and 2 years, and when you pull it off, the ester that's in there will still be the ester that's in there. It still might not be converted by your skin though, is the problem, and none of these have any independent research behind them showing that they actually work. The only one that I found that had a little bit of independent research was the THD, and there was a study showing that it did produce all the same effects as L-ascorbic acid, but the big thing with that study is that they didn't use THD alone. They put it in a formula where it was combined with, guess what? L-ascorbic acid. You know, they're just very tricky with the information where they'd be like, oh my God, this one showed the exact same benefits as L-ascorbic acid. Well, yeah, it did, because there was L-ascorbic acid with it. So that's the reason that I can easily narrow this field and just take everything from L-ascorbic acid down and not even consider it as an ingredient that I want in my vitamin C serum. All right, so now we've got the ingredient list narrowed down to one vitamin C form, L-ascorbic acid, which now you would think like, okay, all I need to do is look for ascorbic acid or L-ascorbic acid on the label, right? Nope, not so fast. It's not that easy. Unfortunately, L-ascorbic acid, while, you know, the gold standard, is the most difficult molecule to formulate. And that's because when mixed with water, ascorbic acid starts to break down and it oxidizes further when it's exposed to light and air. It's also not really readily available to penetrate your skin at higher pH. It needs a lower pH to get into the skin. So all those factors need to be compensated for, and fortunately, skincare formulators are such clever people that they actually figured this out. So when looking for an L-ascorbic acid and water-based vitamin C serum, formulation is everything. And here are the things that you need to look for. What they've discovered is that the most effective concentration of L-ascorbic acid is between 8% and 20%. Below 8%, not enough to really do anything. Above 20%, it doesn't really add any value and it can be extra irritating. So 8 to 20 is really the sweet spot there. L-ascorbic acid needs to be at a lower pH between 2.5 and 3.5 in order for it to be stable enough to last in the bottle for a couple of months and also to penetrate your skin. The lower the pH, the more absorption into your skin you get. So a really low one at like a 2 is where more of the L-ascorbic acid is going to go into your skin, but a 2 is a really low pH that is going to cause a lot of irritation. So they're generally formulated at about a 3, 3.5 is about the highest. After that, you see the absorption really dropping off, and so you don't want anything formulated at like a 4, a 5, or a 6. Other antioxidants actually work synergistically with vitamin C and help to boost its effectiveness. So vitamin E is really important to have in there because it doubles or quadruples the antioxidant ability of vitamin C and also of vitamin E. They kind of replenish each other. Ferulic acid is added for stability and to lower the pH. So those are two other ingredients that really optimally should be in your vitamin C serum. The last consideration is that light and air also cause it to break down faster and oxidize, so it should be housed in a dark glass or solid plastic or metal container, and it should be preferably in an airtight pump or some kind of an airless package. The less air, the less light that gets in there, the better. All right, just to make it crystal clear, we're going to list everything that we're looking for in our optimal vitamin C serum right over here. So the first product I'm going to recommend is one that actually ticks all those boxes. It's my favorite. It's the one that I have been using for 7 years and I've seen the great results on my skin. That's from Timeless Skincare. It is their 20% vitamin C ferulic acid vitamin E serum. Now, if I wasn't familiar with this and you would ask me, oh, is this a good one? First thing that I want to know is what form of vitamin C it is. The only way to know that is to turn it around and look on the ingredient list. So we're looking for the words ascorbic acid or L-ascorbic acid right here. Sure enough, there it is. And we already know what the concentration is because it says it right on the front label, which is awesome. So on the pH, very hard to tell. Most brands will not tell you what the pH is, and so it's a little bit of a guessing game here. My dad's a chemist, so I brought this with me one time, asked him to check the pH for me. It's right around 3.0, so this is perfect as far as the pH goes. Now we saw on the label that this contains vitamin E and ferulic acid, and if you look on the ingredient list, there they are as well. When you're looking for the vitamin E in the ingredient label, it usually won't say vitamin E, it'll usually say tocopherol or tocopherol acetate. Ferulic acid will just be ferulic acid. And this comes in a opaque container that will keep light out, and it's also in an airtight pump, so that's great. It used to be in a dropper bottle. It was a dark blue dropper bottle. That one, I would split it into 2 smaller bottles to have it last a lot longer. I'm hoping this one in the pump will last longer on its own. What I love about Timeless Vitamin C is that they offer a 3-month freshness guarantee. So if this oxidizes to the point where it's like brown and unusable within 3 months after you get it, you can return it for a full refund, and I think that's awesome. So I love this one. I've never gotten it in oxidized. It always comes in clear and fresh. So when you first buy a vitamin C serum, it should come in and it should be crystal clear. That's what it looks like when it's just mixed up. If it's slightly milky, a little bit whitish, a little bit cloudy, that's fine. If it comes in and it's yellowy, then it means it started to oxidize. If it's pale yellow, it's okay. It's not completely oxidized. There are grades to this. It will oxidize over time and get darker and darker and darker. Once it turns like a dark rust or a brown, it's like only 20% usable, and then it's time to toss it, right? So it's nice that they give you that 3-month guarantee. This is made in the USA, it's cruelty-free, it's paraben-free, and it's fragrance-free. So this ticks a lot of the boxes that I'm looking for in a product. The regular price on this is $24.95. I have a $5 off discount code for you guys on Timeless Serums. It's HF5 off for $5 off. Another vitamin C serum that I love is May Love the Glow Maker. This one is also formulated correctly. This one has L-Ascorbic acid as the vitamin C. It's got the vitamin E and the ferulic acid. It's a 15% concentration of vitamin C. The pH is correct on this one. Maylove also offers a 100-day freshness guarantee so that if it oxidizes before your 100 days, you can exchange it. So that's a really good one. The ingredient list on this one is a little bit longer than the Timeless. It has some more botanical extracts and things in it that are not necessarily 100% necessary to the vitamin C, but people seem to like this one because it does have some of those botanicals, and that is $27.95 for 1 ounce. Then one of the most famous vitamin C serums of all is SkinCeuticals CE Ferulic. This is the Big Daddy, the original one that started it all. This one does have 15% L-ascorbic acid. It's got the vitamin E. It's got the ferulic acid in there. The pH is in the right range for this one. As you can see, it's in a dark glass container. It still has the dropper top. They haven't gone to an airtight pump. It would be nice if they did. And it retails for $166 an ounce. And the last of the products that I recommend is the Paula's Choice C15 Super Booster. This is a 15% L-ascorbic acid. It also contains the ferulic acid and the vitamin E. It is formulated at the correct pH. It's housed in an opaque glass bottle. This one's more of a mid-price point. This one gives you 0.67 ounces for $40. So those are the solutions that they came up with for a water-based L-ascorbic acid. Then another way to solve the problem is to put it in a waterless suspension. So basically, since L-ascorbic acid is dissolvable in water, if you put it in other things like oil or silicone, it is not going to dissolve. And then the theory is that once you rub it on your skin, that there's enough water in your skin that will dissolve the L-ascorbic acid, and it will immediately go in and you'll have it for use. So there are a few products that are anhydrous, waterless base that are on the market as well. And then the third way that they've kind of solved the problem is to just sell L-ascorbic acid powder. And you can mix it on the fly with your existing serums and put it right on your face. So the waterless and powder forms don't need to be at a specific pH to help with stability because they're already stabilized because they're not dissolved in water yet. But I do like to see them have the other things in there. You need the right concentration still. I also like to see that it still has the helper antioxidants of vitamin E and ferulic acid. It doesn't necessarily need to be in a dark container, and it doesn't necessarily need to be in an airless pump either. The Ordinary was kind of the first to attempt a water-free solution. Their vitamin C suspension, 23%, and HA Spheres 2%. I don't think this is really that elegant of a product. I did try to use it when it first came out, and they have released a bunch of other ones since then, but this is kind of the original one that they did. Because the L-ascorbic acid powder isn't dissolved in here, it has like a gritty feel, and when I rubbed it on my face, it just seemed to like I don't know if it would scratch my skin, but it just felt very irritating to me. It made my face turn bright red. It would be burning. So this was not a big fave of mine, but I know a lot of people who have written in and say that they use it and they like it. In this product, it's suspended in a squalane-based emulsion. Then they have another one that's 30% that is suspended in silicone. The other ordinary vitamin C products are all esters, and so I don't really recommend any of the esters. Another waterless formula that came out in the last couple of years is from L'Oreal. It is their Revitalift 10% pure vitamin C concentrate. This one is mainly silicones and propylene glycol for absorption. This one is a really nice, elegant formula. You can't feel the grit in it like you can in the ordinary formulations. I tried it for about a month as my vitamin C serum. Can't say that I loved using it though. You know, I'm never sure if the vitamin C is really absorbing into my skin, especially where there's so many silicones. The other thing about this one is it doesn't have vitamin E, it doesn't have ferulic acid, so it doesn't have those helper antioxidants, so you're really just getting 10% ascorbic acid, and where I'm not sure how much of it actually dissolves into your skin once it hits the water, it may be giving you less than the optimal percentage. When I used it, I didn't love it because after about the first week, it was like I had little white polka dots where my pores were, so it was almost like the vitamin C crystals weren't dissolving and the vitamin C crystals were just kind of sitting on the surface and getting caught in my pores, or maybe they absorbed into my pores and then got pushed out with my oils. I don't even know. It was the weirdest thing. You know, you could try this. I've used it. I didn't love it. One product that I had recommended before that I'm taking back my recommendation on is the Sarahfey vitamin C serum. I thought that this was the same as this because Sarahfey was purchased by L'Oreal. When they came out with this, after this one came out, I thought, oh, it's just the same thing, just with the Sarahfey label on it. But in fact, no, this is a water-based solution. And so this one does need to conform to all of the formulary requirements over here. So I had my dad test this for the pH on it, and it came in at a 6. So way too high for the vitamin C to actually be absorbed into your skin. So where I had recommended this before when it first came out, I'm kind of rescinding my recommendation on that one. So moving on to the L-Ascorbic acid powder products, there are a few of those on the market. The Ordinary has come out with one, and theirs is a 100% L-Ascorbic acid powder. They do sell a serum that you can mix it in with. It doesn't have vitamin E in it though. What it has is resveratrol and ferulic acid. So they kind of designed those two to go hand in hand for mixing together. Resveratrol is another antioxidant, and there's good research into that showing that it can work symbiotically with these other antioxidants as well. One interesting product that I did pick up and try for this is the Clinique Fresh Pressed Vitamin C Serum. So this is a cool little package. When you first get it, there's like a foil wrapper over here, and you peel that off, and then you press this little guy to kind of break another seal that's down there and release the vitamin C powder into the serum. You mix it together, and then bam, potentially you've got fresh vitamin C serum just mixed. And this is supposed to be like a 7-day supply. Unfortunately, it doesn't have vitamin E or ferulic acid. I'm not sure what the pH of this is. I didn't have time to have my dad get one and test it for me. It is in an opaque, potentially airtight container, so that's good. So, you know, if you're going on a trip and you didn't want to bring like your glass vial of vitamin C, I guess I could see bringing one of these for a week. So I hope I've helped to explain why vitamin C is so difficult to find a good one, but to show you that there are good ones out there. So that's it for today's video, everybody. I hope you found it helpful and informative. If you did, go ahead and give it a like, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. As always, I thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate your watching. Have a great day, and I will see you in the next video. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.